Well,
Uh,
how did that go visiting with Gracie?
oh, quick! I should have filmed it. They just went ballistic on him. They just fucking wouldn't leave him alone, and they
Vader remembered him too, didn't they?
were both sitting there crying and just they were going nuts. Yeah.
Gracie remembered him.
Oh yeah, yeah. Oh yeah.
I'm on YouTube. Catch up.
There we go. It's live now on video unavailable. What the hell is that about?
What's up, David?
Oh, there we go. It just came up.
Hey, AZ is first, followed by Bill, Atlantic Adventures.
Hey, what have you been doing, AZ? What have you been doing all this time? Oh, you know something? I don't have my microphone hooked up yet. You guys didn't tell me I sounded funny. Yeah.
What's up, Bill? Tim?
Timbo.
Okay. Come on, you. What the hell? Okay. Okay, now that should work. It should be a little bit.
That sounds a lot better.
Okay, cool. Hey, Jody. Yeah, I think I'm only gonna be on for about maybe half an hour. I got things all pretty well cut out so I can start putting primer paint on. I want to do it.
Really?
Maybe I would like to get the ceiling done tonight. So.
Oh, okay.
I got some signs and stuff tomorrow. I got another aerial to do, but this is going to be a freebie, a pro bono.
Did you hear from the people you did the aerial from, or no?
No, I haven't heard nothing back from them.
You gave it to them though, right?
Yeah, I sent it to them. So actually, she'd go back and take a look.
See if they took it, right?
What's up, Jody?
Hey, Jody. Bill, Atlantic Adventures. Here we go. Come on, boo-boo.
Okay.
So, suppose I better hit the like button myself, huh?
Might as well. YouTube lets you like your own video.
So Don was rolling over on Laura's channel, wasn't he?
Oh, yeah.
That's funny.
I thought everybody was coming over here. Apparently, I'm the only one that came over.
Is Tim working or is he at home?
He doesn't have to be at work till 11 in the morning, so he still has a few hours before he's got to be to work. I think he's only working 4 hours today, so.
What is it, a 4-hour minimum?
Yeah. Oh, there's Dominic right there.
Morning, all. Sorry, I had to arrange my breakfast.
I know everybody started dropping out like we're going to Murray's, and I got over here. I thought everybody was going to beat me. And I was the only one over here. I was like, where the hell did everybody go?
Yeah, exactly. Oh, okie dokie. Let's. Hey, Tim. Jody.
Michigan Open. Isn't that golf?
If I can do.
So Tim, are you coming in or you staying home?
Okay, I'll feed you in a minute, dogs.
I
Yeah.
don't think I've ever known anybody that actually watches golf, but shit, if it don't make money, I'll tell you what. I mean, there's golfers out there make hundreds of millions a year.
Yeah.
I mean, look at Tiger
Well,
Woods.
that golfing has big sponsorship by big money,
Mm.
like IBM and some of the big,
Well, and
because
golf.
Samsung.
because a lot of the people that have a lot of money support golf.
Well,
Mm.
that's what I'm saying. It's considered kind of like this upscale, sophisticated.
Yes, it
That's where all
is.
the business guys go to have their business meetings and
Yes,
have
it
fun at the
is.
same time.
And here's Laura.
In fact, in some circles, if you're not a member of a golf club, you're nobody.
Yeah.
Hey, Laura,
Laura.
how you doing, Laura?
I'm all right.
Well, you got David locked in a closet or what?
No, he's busy doing stuff.
Oh, okay. All of a sudden, the sun is starting to fade and the clouds are rolling in, Paul. They were said that it was going to get cloudy later today, late in the day.
Oh no.
Oh,
I hate that.
Oh, that was some good food.
Oh, good.
yeah.
Sarah
Hey,
went
Tim.
shopping, went grocery shopping today and we got, she made homemade buffalo chicken wraps.
Mm.
Tim says, coming in or staying home, and then he does that emoji. I don't know.
Oh, I lost a subscriber.
Laura's here, Tim.
Laura, your
Oh,
volume
no.
is super low.
Tim says, be back shower time.
Okay. We didn't need to know that.
Make sure you scrub it real good.
Oh, Jesus, I didn't need to know that either.
Exactly.
Get all the way down and around, you know?
Oh, God,
Yeah.
stop. I don't want that in my head.
That's not what I want.
Make sure your Twinkie is clean.
Justin, is that better?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that sounds a lot better.
Soon turn it down again.
Yep.
Which reminds me, I'm going to go and pay for Zoom.
Hey,
Yeah.
Paul, as you can see, it's not as bright as it was.
Yeah.
It's hazy.
Hmm.
The yeah, I was out there running my power weed, not edger, you know, the thing on the end, you know, it spins.
Yeah. Yeah.
And my neighbor was talking to two kids on bicycles, and he says, I've got a skateboard that I'm going to put out to the road. Just need you to replace some wheels on it. You're welcome to take it. And they went and got that. And then I said to him, I says, are you interested in a 10-speed Schwinn bike? And they said, yeah. So I brought him over and showed it to him. The one guy worked on it a little bit and whatever, because it just needs some TLC, and those young kids, you know, they can fix anything. And next thing I know, he's riding it off down the street. I says, how far you got to go? He says, oh, down the south end of town. That's about 3 miles, 4 miles.
That's all right.
Yeah. I'd rather it goes to a good home rather than put it to the curb, you know?
Yeah.
David, I didn't say hi to you already.
David,
Easy.
Sorry, I was.
So did AZ, did it get hot over down there today? So I know you said it was only like 68 or 72 degrees or whatever.
Yeah, hell, that's nice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's nice weather. But you know, he's in southwest. You were out there before. You don't get very many days this time of year like that.
We're right now. We're currently sitting at, hold on.
TJ.
BJ.
We're currently sitting at 89, feels like 91.
Oh, wow. Yep. See, I would not like that. I don't like it when it gets down to be 30, 40 degrees, but I wouldn't like that either. Laura, do you guys get a lot of snow or a little bit of snow?
Depends. Sometimes we get a lot, sometimes you just get a little. Or sometimes none at all.
I'm hoping for the latter, none at all, but
No,
that's not-
I like a little bit of snow.
I've got to travel to see snow.
you got to go inland. No?
Yeah. A good hour and a half.
Now, the question I have is when you go find snow, do you see kangaroo tracks in the snow or no?
Don't know about that. Probably.
I was wondering maybe they head for the coast, you know? Hey,
Well, the middle of
Captain Joe.
Australia is where all the heat is.
yeah.
Hey, Joe.
What's up, Joe? TJ, you gonna come in?
What's up, Joe?
I know you're doing nothing but giggling on the damn couch right now.
Yeah.
Oh no, he's too busy for us anymore with his new Avada. Yeah.
Yep.
He's like, I got Nevada now. I'm too good for the panel. Yeah, I'm sure, TJ. So I'm out right now. See how it is. Not all diva like Matt.
Yep.
DJ's a diva, huh?
Yeah, he's not like Matt Northeast. Just went all diva on us. Now he's better than
Mhm.
everybody. Running around with his Avada.
I'll find this fucking handwriting.
What?
What?
What? Say what? Alright.
Hey,
Hey, there he is. Where
He's like,
are
I'll
you?
show
You- the wife's got you strapped in the car or what?
yeah, something like that. We're
Well-
we're at the wonderful world of Walgreens.
Walgreens, all
TJ's
right.
like, I'll be damned if he talks crap about me. I'm too big for that now. How you liking your Avada though?
Dude, it's awesome. It's great. I flew it yesterday after I got home.
As long as you're having fun with it, that's all that matters.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. I think after we get home, I'm gonna put the goggles on her and hook up my my iPad so I can see what the hell I'm doing.
It's good to see good things happen to good people, Teach.
Mm.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, that's the only thing I don't like. I'm not a goggle person.
I mean, it's not too bad once you get used to it. I mean, it's kind of like looking through a pair of binoculars, but
Yeah, but to be fair, Paul, have you ever actually tried it?
Yeah, I did once.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, and I had
were you
vertigo pretty bad.
were you standing or sitting?
I was sitting.
Oh, I mean, if you're sitting, you don't really get that much. You don't really get bad vertigo. But if you're standing, it's like whoa.
Yeah, I've never had a problem with like vertigo or motion sickness, nothing like that.
Well, as you guys
Kinda
remember,
stuff
I
is no
ended up
problem.
going to the hospital here last winter because of vertigo. Had nothing to do with the drone, it just vertigo.
Now, whose drone were you flying, or like whatever?
The other, when I flew it,
Yeah.
I was a guy I knew that was down by the river. He said, "You want to try this?" I said, "I never have." He said, "Go ahead, go ahead." Yeah, go ahead. And after a little bit, after I was like, I took off the goggles, and it took me a minute to focus in, and I gave it back to him. Thanks for the demonstration.
Thanks for the demonstration.
Yeah.
I actually saw TJ.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no.
You start worrying the patrons in the parking lot.
JDS.
Let's see here. Let's put this on the receiver.
Oy.
Yep.
So what are you up to, Dom?
Well, Monday morning.
Yeah.
Now, you go work with your brother today or no?
Oh no, I stop in there and see what he needs, and then go off and do what I need to do.
JDS, you plick.
Like, is that
Yes.
is that a cross between a?
No, JDS doesn't really like cussing in the chat, so he's made up his own cuss words. So instead of saying prick, he says plick.
I was trying to think of like a prick and a something that starts with a L.
No, it's because he was, I want to say the backstory of it was, is he was on somebody's live stream. Tim, I think knows the story, but
I
he was
think
on
it was.
somebody's. It was
I
on
think it was
somebody's.
Canadian Drone Hub or something like that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
he was
could
on
be.
somebody. He was on somebody's live stream that didn't allow cussing. And I guess he's cussed in the chat and they said something to him about it. And so he started making up his own cuss words. So he wasn't actually cussing and he just kind of stuck with it.
And it sounds like JD.
JDS, don't mix them up.
Yep, JDS. Yep.
JDS on the end.
JD is what he calls his mini-me.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yep. There's JDS is the senior me, and then there's JD is the mini me.
Exactly.
JDS is Mouser.
Yep.
Oh,
Yep.
Oh, look at how dark it's getting, Dominic.
Yep.
Yeah, the clouds are supposed to roll in, and there's possibility maybe overnight of some rain.
What the heck is this girl doing?
Paul, is it getting dark there?
Curtis, any breaking news?
Not really. No.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I know the weather moves usually here and then it ends up over there.
This girl be wearing some kind of like blue dress or something.
Well, you could say to her, "Hey, nice dress there, Missy."
I don't know if y'all. No, she just got in her car.
Oh no.
Oh, there she goes. See her walking in.
Oh yeah. Well, you should go over and say, "Can I help you, ma'am?" I wonder how long it'd take before your wife came out there and slapped the shit out of you.
I don't know.
Hmm.
Like, well, I'm sorry. She looked like she needed some help, so here I am helping her.
Right.
Uh.
Yep, you say everybody's always telling you to be helpful.
Yeah. So here I am helping. Looked like she was holding her dress because it was too damn long to be dragging on the floor.
Or windy.
Yeah.
Is it windy down there?
No, it's not too bad. Just a little bit of a breeze.
Justin, how's the storm forecast for hurricanes? Is it head your way or no?
There's one that's out in the ocean right now, but it looks like it's gonna curve north again. Honestly, stopped paying attention to this shit about a week and a half, 2 weeks ago, so. But here, I'll show it to you. Just because every storm that's been coming at us hasn't really came at us. You see, there's one out here right now. It's just,
Oh, yeah.
but it looks like it's gonna curve way up here, so.
And if it starts to go straight, if it straightens out, it's headed for New England like the last time, right?
I mean, it depends. It could go that way or it could completely curve and go that way. But it does look like it's on the path at the moment towards Bermuda. But I don't know. But then there's like a little tropical depression out here at the moment on the west coast.
What's the little white tag in the corner says something about, do you think climate change?
Do you think climate change is affecting hurricane intensity? Yes, no, not sure, don't care.
Don't care.
Don't care.
Okay, we'll do that. No. I know God is controlling all the weather. Here's all the comments people have put on here. The only climate change that has changed is the political climate. The slime balls are in control, hence all the grift and schemes.
Yep.
Uh,
So that's the
Climate change.
projected
Okay.
track and it's starting to flatten out on that, on the far, the western end, right?
What, right here?
Yeah, no, see, yeah, right, yeah, see how it's starting to flatten out a little bit? It's not quite as hooked as it was like 3 or 4 places ago.
Yeah, it's hard to say though. Like I said, it's way too far out. But I doubt it's gonna hit us.
Is there anything coming in from the west?
No. It's going out this way.
Okay,
And that looks like it's just at the moment gonna stay tropical depression. So, cause the gray is where it's already been and then the blue is the track. Which direction?
oh, okay, so it's going away.
Yeah, it's going away from us. But yeah, it's pretty quiet out there. Nothing really crazy. Yeah, Joe, that's why I stopped paying attention to it a couple weeks ago, cause just seems like the hurricanes don't want to come have a barbecue with us. They're just being assholes. Like, screw Florida.
Yes. You guys.
Curtis gave him a red card.
Yeah,
And now Curtis wants to know if this is the Weather Channel, Justin.
Well, he asked, so I showed him.
Yeah, I was curious because, before, like right now, there's not too many hurricanes out there. There's just the one.
Is TJ
There,
driving?
there was 3 or 4 of them in a row the last week or two.
I'm dressing myself. Is that what you're asking?
No, I
It
said,
should
are you
be.
in a self-driving car? Or you're just like moving around the parking lot? Yeah.
Oh, yeah. No, I'm in my wife's car.
Notice he didn't say our car, you know.
She's
all know
got
who
him
the boss
trained
is.
pretty good, Justin.
Yeah, we all know who the boss is. She's just like, screw you guys. I got Nevada. I don't have to take this.
Yeah, that's right. I'm out of here.
Oh, I know why TJ didn't go into Walgreens. He didn't want to step foot in there, did you?
No.
I feel you, dude. When I worked at Walmart, dude, I never went to Walmart on my days off.
Yeah.
You would not catch me in Walmart.
like if I had to get a prescription, then probably yes, because that's where all my prescriptions come to. But if I'm going there, like if there's like I don't want to go into one if I don't have to. Since I've been there for like 8-10 hours or whatever.
So did you end up getting any overtime by getting that truck unloaded or what? Did that give you any
Well,
overtime?
it's a funny thing because when I got there that day, like I think it was like Friday or whatever, like they were literally almost finished like unloading the truck. So I just helped them put the totes back on the truck, and then I left and threw up the deuce and said peace.
So
At least let you-
who was it that told you to come in?
It was my manager that at the store that I work at. He asked me because I guess one of the other stores had called him like, "Hey, do y'all have any helpers that can help me unload the truck?" Or da 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 da. And then that's when my boss came and asked me like, "Hey,
Lance.
can you go help out another store?" I was like,
What's up, Lance?
I guess so. I guess I could."
Well, you make sure you tell the boss that was all for nothing.
Yeah, I know. I asked the guy that that was at the store that I went to go help. He's like, "Man, am I still getting paid?" And I was like, "Yeah." And I was like, "Oh, okay."
Yeah, it's not free. Fuck
What?
that.
Yeah, no kidding.
No, when I worked at Walmart, so Walmart wasn't allowed to call you in if you weren't scheduled to work. It was up to you whether you got to come in or not. So like if they called you and asked you to come in, you could say no and they couldn't do anything about it. But I would always make the stipulation with the manager calling me in. I'd be like, I said, I'm not gonna come in if you're gonna make me cut the hours later. And they
Yeah.
would say, and then the minute they said, you get to keep it, that's it. They can't go back on it. So I would tell them, I'm like, I'm not gonna come in for 6 hours.
Well,
You're
is
gonna
there
make me
is
cut
there a
6
4-hour minimum or something that they call you in?
Not at Walmart, no, they'd call you in for 2 hours if they really needed you. But like I said, if you're already scheduled for 40 hours, some managers will try to call you in and then make you cut it later on.
Yeah, leave it with 36
Nope.
hours, right?
No. They'll just cut you down to your 40 hours, so you'll have to leave 2 hours early on one of your other shifts. But I tell them no. I'm like, you either I get to keep the hours or I'm not coming in. And at that point, you put their back against the wall, and they're like, okay.
So in the future, if TJ gets called in to go do that, he should say to him, I want a 4-hour minimum.
Because the assistant managers don't want to deal with the store manager. If you go to the store manager and say, they told me I could keep the hours and now they're making me cut it. Because then the store manager is going to yell at the assistant for promising you that and not holding up to it. And like I said, the one thing Walmart is very finicky about is they don't like screwing with people's time. Because they've gotten major lawsuits over it so many times that they don't touch your time. They're very finicky about it. If they ask you to come in, they're gonna give you the overtime because they don't want any kind of you coming back later and saying they weren't paying you and
Well,
Even-
they're too big a company to nickel and dime like that.
right, well, they've had multiple big lawsuits for like hundreds of millions of dollars of where a bunch of employees got together and sued them saying that they weren't paying them the right overtime and giving them they were taking hours off their paychecks. And so, yeah, they're definitely, they definitely don't like screwing with it.
JDS, I don't know who the hell that was you were talking about, but
You don't know who Andre Rieu is?
no.
God. You're probably going to say you don't know who Kylie Minogue is either.
Who?
What the heck?
Hey, Laura, you see that comment that JDS put in there? Do you know who the hell that is he's talking about?
No comment.
So the answer is no.
Laura said no comment.
Mommy is locked TJ in the car. He's to stay there.
Hmm.
Yeah, I'm just chilling. No, we're actually on our way home right now.
Yep.
Were you good while she was gone?
No, but I was gonna stay home, but I was like, man, I guess I'll run errands. I guess she things to run errands, so I was like, I guess I'll go.
Additional traffic to the Karen Andrew and check down at.
Oh, if it's classical music, then I definitely don't know who it is.
Yeah. He's a violinist.
I'd rather hang myself than listen to classical.
Ooh. I was just looking at
Was somebody
Steve's
playing a violin or something?
looking at Steve's pictures on Facebook. That's where him and his wife are at right now. Their view from dinner. Where they were
Who,
having dinner.
Chuck?
No,
this is
Steve.
Steve Carpenter.
Oh, Steve Carpenter.
Oh, that's cool.
Yes, I'm good.
It's a cool shot.
That must have been a picture from last night because right now, where Steve is, is that the West Coast or is that Florida?
No, West Coast. Him and his wife went on a little vacation this weekend.
Yeah, so that had to be,
That's what
that had to been over last couple of days because right now out there, it's only 3:40 and it's not gonna have a sunset.
I was over on Facebook catching up with a few people.
Justin would tell you exactly when it was taken, but he can't read.
I said last night, I said that. I said
Yeah,
this evening.
JDS says, hanging with JD, I love everything, mini me. So you going out to dinner tonight, TJ?
No, she made something in the crock pot with like some vegetables. And
Oh, okay.
Oh, he sounds very thrilled.
Don't
Yeah.
forget to eat your
It's
vegetables.
He's like, I'd rather have Taco Bell.
Taco Hell or pizza or
Yeah.
Taco Hell? What the hell's Taco
Yeah.
Hell?
yeah, because every time like after you eat Taco Hell, then it's hell when you're sitting down. When you go number 2.
Oh my god.
That's pretty informative.
Yeah.
Here comes Chuck.
Yes, Jack.
What's up, Chuck?
What's up, Chuck?
The sky,
Good
the
evening, sir.
stars, the
Move your mic
moon,
closer.
the sun. Why? You want to hear me? Oh, you
There you
probably want to
go.
hear me.
Well,
I always
I'm
forget,
always
Justin. I
forget
was
to do
editing
that.
because I was
We're
because it's got to be pushed
Like-
forward when I'm editing because it blocks my view of the monitor. Then I hit my head on it when I'm editing. Hmm.
TJ, you leaving?
Yeah, we're pulling into the subdivision. Got some stuff to unload.
Makes me think of a Rush song.
Well, hey, if it's that bad, make sure you take a bathroom break.
Okay,
Okay.
we'll see y'all later.
All right.
Later.
Bye-bye.
TJ.
Bye.
Bye.
Buh and bye.
Oh,
So, Chuck-
so let me ask you something, Chuck. Did you happen to see Jim Stroning's latest video?
No.
Oh, because he called you and Matt out in the video about the sensor thing. It was funny as hell.
Oh, he's weird.
He's just trying to get under your skin, but you got to go watch it. It was pretty funny. Matt left a really funny comment on it.
I don't really watch his shit, so like I don't know. I guess I will maybe.
Matt was talking about it on my
I have
show last
standards. He doesn't
Yeah.
meet my standards.
night. Oh, he was just trying to fuck with you guys. I know that.
No, I'll watch it. I'll watch it. I'll take the piss out of him. But
Don't worry,
as-
Matt
as
already
Laura would
jumped in
say.
there in defense of
Okay.
you guys. So
it's all right. It doesn't matter. I mean, there's good and then there's not good. So, Matt's
Oh,
good.
Go to
That's-
Chat GPT
that's good.
and have him write you a thing about how Jim can do better. That's what I do with Matt. I go to Chat GPT and have me write
I
insulting
heard-
comments.
Yeah. Speaking of drones, I heard DJI is going to try to take my money tomorrow. Somebody,
Yeah.
Uncle Birdie told me that the Mini 4 Pro is going to have D-Log in it. And if it has D-Log, it's going to be very, very, very difficult for me to resist that thing.
I would
Yeah, son.
probably wait, dude, just wait a couple months, let him work all the bugs out first.
Yeah, I know. No, I'm not
Right.
going to worry about it right now. I mean, Mini 3 Pro is going over across the pond with me in a month or so, and then that'll be fine.
Now, when are you
Yeah.
going back over across the pond again?
Next month.
Oh,
Half term week.
Because there's
Mm,
gonna be either two things that happen, Chuck.
I know it's so stupid, Laura. I don't, whatever.
Either it's gonna
be a
be a
zoo.
rumor about the D-Log, or it's gonna be something that they won't get for like 3 or 4 months after it's released.
Yeah,
Watch.
it doesn't actually. The purpose of that drone, at least in my fleet, is it does exactly what I needed to do. I think that's what I'm trying to say. It does everything I needed to do. I get great shots out of the thing when I can't fly Mavic 3, whether it's because it's full of freaking Icelandic black sand or because it's just too busy to fly there. I'm in London and I can't fly that big heavy thing in the city or whatever. But I think the Mini 5 Pro or whatever it will probably be the
Yeah.
shit. But until then, gonna
well,
stick with-
Ron.
Stop,
Or the
bro.
Mavic 4.
Hi, Ron.
the Mavic
Ron.
4 might be something, but
Yeah, the Mavic 4.
well, the other thing is when you have a bunch of drones already, like most of us do, everything I have right now works with the RC Pro and works well with the RC Pro. Do I really want to get a Mavic 4? And then anyway, then you have to step up everything else. Right now I have in my camera bag, I have one big ass controller that's super awesome, and then a couple of really good drones, and life is good. I'm gonna stir that all up again. I have to buy 2 new drones instead of 1, because if you get one, then you get the other one because we're in the same remote. And these are first world problems that we deal with in our hobby. Ron's eating. Got a nice close up of you when you freaking shoveled that in. Yeah. Big screen, buddy. You went, and it went right, camera went right to you.
Boom.
Yep. And there it was, shoveling it in, baby.
Yep, that's me.
We like seafood though, so it's okay.
A good old steak.
Well, when you can seafood, it's seafood. SEEFOOD.
Yeah.
How's your video coming? Done yet?
Getting there.
Hey, man. It's
Dominic, there's
you
a
like it,
message for you
Ron?
in the chat.
a lot of work.
Yeah, I saw that. I thought it was funny.
What beeped at me?
I thought it was funny to watch
It's
Australia.
probably Messenger. I sent
losing
you the link
rugby-
to Jim's
in
video
rugby.
for later.
Oh, you. All right, I'll
You
watch
gotta
it
read
later.
Matt's comment though after you watch it. It's hilarious as shit.
You know what I'm doing, Chuck, is I'm kind of narrowing things down. Like I opened up the folder with everything, and then I have everything subcategorized as to which camera and whether it's a still or whether it's a video.
Pain in the ass. Careful with stills. When you crop them, you have to be careful to fill the whole screen. I've seen sometimes people have issues with not doing that. It looks black space looks really bad. Just
Mhm.
saying, man.
Tomas,
Careful.
hey.
What?
Saying hi to undergrad Tomas.
Oh yeah. That's all. That's my only
Justin, your
comment.
mic's low.
Yeah. I don't like using still pictures much, but Ron's stills are much better than mine. I'm better at video than stills.
I think I already showed you guys this. Down in the garage, I just put
Give you some
a fifth
seafood.
coat
now.
of varnish on it, but and then once that dries, this is the centerpiece, Chuck. I don't know if you've seen this, but this will be the centerpiece for my wall.
Cool.
Yeah, bought a little clock and put up in a corner, and I'm putting a base varnish coat on it right now, and then I'll put that real thick glass resin. If you put a base coat on with regular varnish, that stuff will spread more easily and more evenly, and yeah, that's what I've found.
Ron,
But-
have you ever done the resin before?
Yeah,
Okay, I was gonna say, watch some videos because you can get air bubbles in that shit and they show you how to get the air bubbles out.
oh yeah, either a blow dryer or a little propane torch. Yep.
Okay, I
well,
wasn't sure if you've ever done it.
I did this the other day. Actually, just got
Face it, you only got one shot at it.
I know. Yeah. I finished my hat rack the other day for the bedroom. It's kind of cool. But I did the same thing with that.
Oh,
I put
nice.
that- yeah.
Looks good.
Yeah. Yeah, that's stuff you gotta sit and babysit it for a while. Yeah, those little tiny air bubbles come up and you either hit it with a hair dryer or a little propane torch.
Yep.
I sat there an hour and a half for that thing the other day. It come out pretty good.
I like the ones that people make kitchen tables and stuff out of. They'll like put
Yeah.
like I saw one where a guy did a full chessboard in it
Mhm.
and then made a table out of it. It was really cool looking, all the pieces and everything.
It makes
standing
stuff
up.
look beautiful though. It really does.
Yeah, it does.
You know, and I've got all this wood in the house. I got these wooden bar stools. I've got that wooden bed.
Hmm.
Living room table. Another bed or log bed in the other room. What else do I got? Log and wood in here. I either got logs or antlers here. That's my theme.
Jody. I didn't say hello to anybody in the chat. I've been bad. I
How do
see.
everybody in the-
Yeah, somebody said Chuck's in love. I don't know what's all that's about. I missed it. I don't know how far back it was, but
That was when you first came in.
yeah.
My grandpa used to have a little end table years ago when I was younger. And it had a bunch of like pennies and quarters and all that. It was probably about a 1/4 inch thick of resin. And they were all like, of course, they're permanently in there. Ain't no getting it out.
Oh hell
But
no.
It was a whole
Chisel
table
'em.
full of change.
Well, fire would get it out.
Yeah, that's true.
But yeah, I don't think you want to take them out anytime soon. I was editing up St. Louis. That's what I was working on. Oh, it's the martini bar.
And he had one, Chuck, that was a $100 bill inside of it, and he would always used to hand it to us and say if we could break it, we could have the $100 inside of it.
Nice.
But it was like an inch thick, like it was a really thick block of resin with the $100 bill right in the middle.
That's kind of cool. A nice crisp new one too, so it looked really great.
Yeah,
Yeah,
this was
see,
frickin' years ago when I was a teenager.
So you're probably to put some resin down first and lay the bill on top of the resin and then like entomb it basically.
Yeah, I'm not sure exactly how he did it, but
Yeah. JDS quoting song titles. I remember that song.
Hmm.
It was was it Ricky Lee, someone or other? I don't know. It was a 70s song. Tommy, it was like a referee, man. Got the referee coat on.
I've
Gonna
had
go
this all
refs.
the time.
Gonna ref some soccer?
Yeah, probably.
Nice.
that's how you know Dominic don't have a whole lot to do. He's just sitting around the house in his robe.
Nice. Hanging out in his robe.
Yeah, well, it's morning.
Yeah, it's what, 7, 8 o'clock in the morning?
8 minutes. 8 minutes to 8 in the morning.
So 6. Okay.
And Laura,
doing
what
the
time is it
conversion.
over there?
10:52.
10?
Yep.
7:53.
Okay. Well,
where are you
Yeah.
off to next, Chuck? Where's the next adventure?
going to Lake Placid for a few days. See if the colors
Oh.
changed. I don't know if they did yet.
Nice.
It's kind of early.
Okay, Paul, I gotta take off. I gotta go feed the dogs and I want to go paint. So
Okay, Paul.
I'll see you in the morning. I'll
All
be
right.
here.
Yeah,
Take
Paul.
care.
See you, Paul.
Bye, guys.
Yeah. Do some leaf peeping, maybe. Wander around, do some hiking. Probably figure out a way to take all the other stuff that I've filmed there in the last couple of years and turn it into one project, because I haven't done anything with it. And did a couple of things, but
Yeah,
up
fall
with some-
colors are turning up. They're pretty good right now.
I don't know. It's a little early. It's like it's a little early. Probably should have waited another at least week, maybe two. It's dicey. You know how it goes. It's like and it's
Mhm.
done. Then all drop. So you kind of gotta wine. Anyway, we erred to the side of caution. I don't know how it'll work. It depends where you are up there in the mountains.
Yeah.
Let's see. But yeah,
That's the Adirondack, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
High peaks. The high peaks. It's a really, really nice place to kind of spend some time. Maybe it would be nice to go in the wintertime, but we can never go in the winter.
Hmm.
I'd really like to do the actual bobsled on ice before I die. That would be cool. Or maybe die doing it. I don't know. But it's a little sketchier than on wheels with disc brakes and stuff like we did in the summertime. That was the one I filmed with the Insta360 One X2. That's why I bought the camera. So I got it through the budget director. Buying this camera. We need it for this project. Nothing else.
Yeah, I still have my X2. I get
X2's
reminded frequently from a certain person.
Is it really that much less capable than the X3? I mean, what makes the X3 better?
Sometimes it's user ability.
Well, I'm sure I'm asking because I know the X3 has the bigger screen, but does it really have like the sensor's the same size?
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything like, I mean, all they could do is maybe they could do color technology or something, but
Yeah.
okay. So it's
I don't
almost,
think there is.
so it's almost like Mini 3 and Mini 4 Pro. It's like an iterative kind of thing.
It's like the Osmo Action. I just bought the damn 3.
And the
They
4 came out.
4.
I know. I have 2 3s. I have 2 of the 3s. I'm not getting the 4 because I mean, I would like the bigger sensor, but I got to get life out of the ones that I have, and they do a respectable job. They're a good
Mhm.
camera. Really good camera.
Yeah, I got a lot of footage in Alaska from mine.
Yeah. I had some challenges with ND filters in the beginning. You have to be really careful when you put NDs on them. Get some weird stuff happening. So that bummed me out because I'm a big fan of motion blur. I don't like stuff that's looks like came out of an action camera, and it's an action camera that I'm using. So I'm trying to get stuff out of it that it's really not engineered. I'm breaking past the application that it's intended for. So it's a struggle. But you know me, I just do it anyway. Push the envelope. Because they're so damn small and convenient. You know, if you had them up there, do you just have one or do you have a couple of them, Ron?
I'd have just one. Yeah.
We have his and hers. So Lori has one and I have one that way.
His and hers.
His and hers. Seriously. All Lori's stuff has a Lori sticker on it because everything looks the same. So like Lori's Avata, you know, we know it's Lori's Avata, my Avata, her Action 3 and my Action 3 and her Mini 3 Pro, my Mini 3 Pro. That's how it rolls, man. Got to keep track of everything.
Does Lori have her own stickers?
No.
So I think I got a sticker. Well, the only sticker I got from you is up in Petersburg, I think, Alaska. You and Rodney Bell, Maddie's Drone World. I didn't put one of Justin, but I put one of Sarah up there.
Wow. Yeah, mine's outside of Moose's Tooth somewhere and a bunch of other places. Anywhere Lori and I go, we usually slap a sticker somewhere nearby. It's kind of like a thing now. Like when I was in St. Louis, I plastered one on a street sign. It's got to do it.
I probably shouldn't tell anybody to do that. Just someday somebody will get a phone call like, "Hey, what are we doing litter in on our signposts up here, we found something that has your name on it. And you're like, well, who the hell did that?
I don't know.
I've never
I'm
been
not
to it.
there. I don't live there. I don't know. They don't hold up that great anyway. They probably
No.
fall off. I see where there's a lot of turnover on stickers. There's a lot of churn, but like some of the polls we put them on like in the UK and stuff. I mean, they're so plastered with stickers that I'm sure it's like there's mine's buried by now. But that's okay. We'll put more on when we go back because we can. It's just fun.
So, okay, so I have 2 SanDisk memory cards here, right?
Yeah.
One's the SanDisk Extreme Pro, one's an Image Mate Pro. Which one do you think would be better?
The Extreme Pro
I
is
guess,
the better
well,
one.
I use these. Can't
okay,
really
well,
see.
I'm kind of looking here. It seems
They're
like
red,
kinda-
yep.
The red and black ones are the Extreme Pros.
That's what I
Right,
use.
so it looks like they're both
These-
V30s, U3A1. So
Yeah.
they're the same, right?
That's really what matters at the end of the day. I mean, I haven't had any problems with these going south on me. I've had other ones give me issues, but
Well, I need to add some more memory to this switch, so.
yeah. What's this? 128 gigger, I think. Yeah, 128 gig.
I had
It's in my- it's my-
128 gig
It's in my
card.
pocket two. One of my pocket twos. I have 2 of these too. 2 of everything, pretty much.
Justin, are you still playing Fortnite?
I was downloading games, but I ran out of internal memory, so
Bummer.
I had to, I'm having to add a memory card to the switch.
Yeah. Oh, I gotta up my crap. I gotta go into the FAA drone zone before I go up to the Adirondacks and make sure I'm all legal and legit.
Legal,
I gotta
yeah.
get my remote ID stuff. It's not hard. I could have done it all the other day. I just gotta turn it on. It's a piece of cake. Could probably do it while we're on here, but it's super easy. Everything else is legit. Everything's marked.
How long do they say remote IDs on delay for?
Well, it's only on delay if you don't have a drone capable of transmitting right now. That was the confusing part. So if you have a Mavic 3, Mini 3 Pro, Air 3, Air 2S, I think,
What's up, Jody?
a lot of the stuff you're going to have to go into if you're in the United States. I mean, like Laura's free and clear. She doesn't have to worry about it. She comes over here, but then nobody will know if you come over here. It's like when I go over to England, nobody gives a shit. They don't look at my stickers or anything, but I have it all legit. But anyway,
The sad part is like I got that Mavic 2. I got some really nice ND filters. I've got
they're gonna
Four
add remote
batteries.
ID. They're gonna add remote ID to it. So technically, that's on the extension list. So you could fly it without remote ID, which is kind of like a free spin, get out of jail free card for a few months till DJI. DJI said they're gonna update it by the end of the year. Yeah, I know. I still have my mini Mavic 2 Pro with all the stuff, the smart controller, a couple of batteries, Freewell VNDs, full set of regular ND filters, billions of extra props and stuff.
I realize what I got is not the latest and greatest, but
It's a great drone. It's a great drone. Matt flies the crap out of his, and he'll tell you that pretty much it's right on par with Mavic 3.
Yeah.
To me, the only disadvantage of it is the barrel distortion. You have to when you film in D-Log, you have to straighten it out because it's barreled, and it's kind of
really?
annoying. Yeah, it's annoying.
I haven't seen that.
Oh,
I
once
don't
you
do
see it,
D-Log
once you
very
see it, you
often.
can't if you see it, you can't unsee it. It almost gives it like like a slight action cam kind of look to it. Like even I remember Billy Kyle talking about it when the drone came out. He did the review and he was saying that when he was flying the skies of Philadelphia, he's cityscaping, he'd see the buildings kind of like turn in a little bit. And he's like, holy crap. And he figured it out. So you can fix it in post, of course.
I'm not buying one, Jody. I just had 2 of them sitting here. But they're both, from what I can read on the cards, they're both pretty much the same rating on everything. So I don't think there's much of a difference.
My last trip to
No,
Philly,
Mark. Sorry.
I was sitting at the Philly Art Museum. And matter of fact, I just met up the night before with Philly Mike, and when I was out flying across the city, and I went behind the PNC building, and I had signal loss. I'm like, oh,
Hmm.
Did it
sure as
hop up?
shit, that thing did what it was supposed to do. I mean, it went right behind. It was my own fault. I went behind the building. It was probably over a mile away. I went behind the building and lost signal. And I'm like, oh dear God. Then you sat there with that wrench in your stomach for about
Hoping
30,
it comes
50 seconds.
hoping it comes
All of a
back,
sudden my
hoping it
screen-
clears everything on its way back. I'm gonna have to play with Mavic 3 Classic because my Mavic 3 is in the shop. But my Mavic 3 Classic, I just updated the firmware, and that has like the AI intelligent return to home and stuff. So I mean, in a case like that, like if your drone doesn't go, your drone goes up what 300 whatever feet. At least it can, if the building's taller, at least it can steer around it, supposedly.
Yeah, it did.
That's
It did
pretty
the
damn
smart
cool.
return home.
Yeah,
Yep.
that is cool. But
Now, they come out with that when they first come out with the Mavic, the Mavic 4 or the Phantom 4 rather. I'm sorry.
Phantom 4? Yeah,
Yeah,
just
they
say
call
that,
it
man.
the smart return.
Let's say, do you have a flux capacitor or a Mavic 4 like ahead of time? Were you not telling us something? Like
Yeah.
I suspect Mavic 4 is already done. Just they're waiting for the right time to release. Could be another
Yeah, they probably got the 4, 5, and
Let's do.
6 already done.
probably. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Again, I mean, I don't know what they're going to do to. I mean, right now, the Mavic 3 Classic and the Mavic 3 is okay. That zoom lens is shit, like I say every time. But the Classic, like Matt flies, and I have, that thing is great, man. I mean, that thing is just great. It was a pile of shit when I first bought it. The Mavic 3 in general. It's in
The
fire with the-
updates.
Oh, what a mess that it was.
Remember
Half done.
the
It's
words you had about that?
Oh, it was so screwed up. And then Justin brought it up too, like Mini 3 or Mini 4, Mini 4 Pro. I mean, is that gonna be the same? It's gonna like they rush it out and then it's not really done. And you gotta wait a few months.
What was that major issue that the Mavic 3 had when it came out? Was the
The satellite.
GPS was so oh
Yeah,
my
the
god.
satellites took too long to sync.
Holy crap. Actually, when I first got it, it was before the update and half the features didn't work. I shouldn't have bought it, but I did. But half the features didn't work yet. And then the GPS was okay, but I had horizon tilt and all kinds of weird stuff. And then within my 2-week window of sending it back, they released the first firmware and it fixed the horizon tilt. That was fixed. But then everything that they added screwed up the GPS and it took like forever. Dude, it took forever and a day to get like 12
So I
seconds.
remember a lot of.
Oh my God. It was like you'd let a battery go dead before it got it. And
Yeah.
it was stupid. And that went on until like springtime before they finally got it figured out.
I
And
remember, yeah.
ever since, Mavic 3's been great. And then,
Solid.
yes, it's finally solid. It's a good drone now. Mavic 3 Pro, I really see no purpose for its existence, but it exists. And now they killed off Mavic 3. But personally, the sweet spot is the Classic. That's a great drone. That's the Mavic 2 Pro replacement is the Classic. And that's a good drone. And it's a good bang for the buck. I mean, what was it like? I think drone only is like $1,400 or something.
I don't
Yeah.
know.
It's a great drone. You
Oh,
can't beat that sensor, dude. 4/3 is just, it's awesome.
Got to send that game to Sean, damn it. I'll send it in.
I think DJI bought about 1 billion of this one over 2/3, whatever it is.
Hmm.
1 over 1 point. Was it 1 over 1.3? Is that what it is?
Hmm.
That Dom, is that what it is? Because it's like,
I think it is, yeah.
yeah, it must have bought 1 billion of them. It's in everything. It's going to be in Pocket 3. Pocket 3 should be out pretty soon. Rumor has it it'll be coming out.
I had the Pocket 1 at one point. I sold that to a guy on the East Coast bought it.
I have 2 of those. What a surprise, right?
Yeah. But you said the Pocket 3 is going to be coming out?
Yeah.
Hey, you did
Yeah.
the pocket too. I remember you walking around when Lori was peeing in the weeds up in the lake. You had the pocket too.
Pocket 2 is what I use for Pocket 2 is what I use for most of my stuff because
Yeah,
this thing is
I remember
just
that.
this
Yep.
is a great little camera and I just wished it had like 10-bit color and a little better low light capability. And it sounds like the 3 is going to hit it's going to check all the boxes for me. So
I'm surprised you didn't get your ass beat on that one. What are you doing? I'm peeing in the woods. What are you doing? I'm filming you.
she didn't know. She had no idea. She was focused on what she was doing. And I just got some good bits that kind of broke the ice. It was good because there were no bathrooms on that trip. It made it very clear that, and I could have talked about that. I didn't, but it was like hilarious. That
Yeah, I remember every day. I said I was out hiking for 6 days, 3 times a day, and it's like, yep, excuse me, I got to go behind tree number 34.
Well, the real thing that we should have talked about when we didn't was how what you carried in, you carried out. So if you went number 2, you were carrying a plastic bag of crap with you out back to the plane. And I was just like, oh my, really? It's biodegradable. Really?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, they're
stepped in
that up there.
Yeah. I get it. So like Lori and I were like, okay, we're going in camel mode. We're not going to like, we didn't eat all day because everybody stopped for lunch and I was just filming the whole time. I just filmed. Like, screw it, I'm not eating, I'm filming.
I see Tim Jackson still in the chat. You still coming to the States next year?
He said so far he is.
Yep.
I mean, it still seems to be the plan at the moment.
I didn't see Laura drop,
Talking
but
about
my
it
bad.
yesterday.
Had to change the oil in the Colorado today. It was at 0%.
Oh shit.
Well, it's been sitting around since before Iceland, not really being driven. It's been at 0% since then. So I finally got my lazy ass. I had I had all the oil in the filter and everything. I just didn't feel like doing it. So today I did it. Of course it rained. That was fun. Doing it out in the rain, in the driveway. Good times. The oil filter is a cartridge up top, but those assholes, they put it in a spot. It's really hard to get to. Is all this hose, everything's 10 pounds of shit in a 5-pound bag and everything.
Honestly, find a good place that, I got a local mechanic here that, for the extra $25, I'm like, screw it.
I usually do, but like, if I wasn't going to Lake Placid, I would drive another 500-600 miles in the truck. I would not worry about it, but I just feel guilty like running it past. And the inspections next month. I could have done it all in one-stop shopping. Like I have a mechanic like you usually does all that stuff, but I was like, all right, I'll do it. It's not that bad. And I took the bad oil and the filter and the paper towels and stuff all in a Ziploc bag to Pep Boys, and they recycle it all. So, so it's not that horrible.
Really, they recycled all that stuff. Really?
They take everything, yeah. And then
that's cool.
When my truck was new, every one of my vehicles has a Fumoto valve on it, which is a ball valve, latching ball valve. So I never have to take a plug out. I have a piece of PVC on the end of it. Just open it up and dump it into a container. No muss, no fuss. Piece of cake.
Really?
Yeah, it's easy. Fumoto valve's like, I don't know, $40 or something. Best money I ever spent. First oil change I bring it into the dealer. Like, I'll give you the freebie one first. So put this thing on.
No kidding.
You change my oil, put this thing on.
Huh.
And then it's just done.
And it sits, I guess, in between the engine and the filter, I would assume.
Oh, that's where your oil plug goes. It threads in where your oil plug goes. There's a gasket on and everything, and it's literally a ball valve. You just has a little stem on it, and you.
Right.
Fumoto, look them up. They have one for pretty much every engine.
Really?
Yeah, it's cool.
Interesting.
Had them on many vehicles, gone through many winters with them. They don't corrode, they don't fail, they just work. And they make life easy.
Sounds like it.
Well, dumping the oil, it's a pain in the ass. You
And
take the
run
plug
the
off
beans
and everything.
Uh-oh.
And it does have a T on it, so the T can be used with a piece of whether you want to use fuel line or whatever. I'd use PVC, but
Well, Ron, I don't know if you know it or not, but Tim's been getting shortchanged at work. They could call him in for 4-hour shifts at a time.
Really?
Yeah.
I've been screwing them bad over the last few weeks.
wow.
That's why he's talking about the money issue.
Sounds
Damn,
good, JD.
I'll tell you, JD, he is the epitome of the U.S. version of Peter Carroll.
Yeah, it comes out with some really good zingers.
He does. Asked him if he's moving, and JD says, "Yeah, I'm still moving to the moon next year, but need to figure out oxygen and ecosystem first."
I was just reading that. Yeah.
Oh my god. Oh goodness, guys.
All right, who knows how to turn on all these sensor cameras that you can use now in Mavic 3? Because I don't see them. Maybe I can't do it on the Classic. Maybe it's only Mavic 3 Pro.
5-year-old son could change. No kidding.
Did you go and look on YouTube?
I have not yet.
That's
Nice.
that's the ultimate
'Cause It's
dictionary.
not super important to me. It's cute. It's like having a rearview mirror, I guess, in a way, if the sensors give you black and white images of what's in front and behind you, which is cool. But yeah, I haven't bothered to look yet, Paul. I was playing around with the drone once I put the firmware up on it last night. I finally updated the firmware on it. Getting everything ready for the next trip. Make sure all my gear is ready to rip.
Hey, Paul, here's one for you. You know what's harder to teach a deer not to do? It's it took weeks and weeks to teach him hey, it's okay, it's safe to come up on the porch, come up. Now I can't. I'm spending weeks and weeks to keep him the hell off the porch. This one in particular, he's been coming up on the porch every day, and then he takes a crap right on the edge of not on the porch yet, but I'm waiting. But right at the edge of the porch, and I'm like, no, you're done. You're done.
Well,
No
he's
more-
not.
You're
He's
not afraid anymore.
Respecting you because you didn't crap on the porch.
Yeah.
So
Not
in
scared
in
anymore.
his mind, he's saying, well, Ron wouldn't like that, so I better do it over here.
Yeah, they're all pissed off. Remember when I blocked off the back deck?
Yeah.
Now they're really fucked off because I blocked off the front deck. They've been using that, and I'm like,
They
sorry,
get
dude.
up on Chuck. They get up underneath his deck and camp out.
Yeah. Now they're pissed.
Nice.
They're like, okay, we'll fix you. But now there's just one buck. He was the super friendliest one, the most trusting one, but I've had to kind of be nasty to him and teach him coming up on the porch no longer acceptable. It's hard to teach him that. You don't understand, but
Well, the problem is that's the issue you get when you're feeding wild animals.
yeah,
The more comfortable they get, the more ballsy they're going to get around you.
I know.
Yeah, because you are a safe space.
Mhm.
I mean, I guess you could have, if that one deer happens to be there, walk out and fucking scare the shit out of it to where
Oh,
it doesn't like to be around you no
20
more.
times, and
Oh,
he
it's
still
still
keeps
doing it?
coming back. But you can
What
tell
you do
he's
is
a little
you
more
say-
leery now.
Ron, grab him and rub his nose in the shit.
I told a deer drags its ass across his porch like a dog.
Yeah. Shoot the deer, run, plenty of food for you. Yeah, that's a good point, Tim. Yeah, we had a little chit chat the other day. I'm like, keep the shit up. You'll end up in my fucking freezer.
Ooh,
Don't push me.
be fighting words.
Mm-hmm. As close as they get, I could have him up right by the throat. Done. Yeah, nobody to hear it. I could do it at 3 a.m. Nobody know the difference.
Yeah, but you would, Ron. That's the thing. You've got a conscience.
I know.
You know, it's okay to come out here and talk, Mr. Tough. When
As
it
he
comes
has
down
three-
to it.
Hold on, as he has 3 deers hanging on his wall. I don't know if
Yeah.
he's that Mister of a
Yeah,
nice
but they're
guy.
out in the wild. He wasn't friendly with them.
Oh,
Jonathan.
speaking of critters, thank God I did this. The new job has kind of screwed my guiding a little bit, but I kind of knew what dates I needed and everything, and I had just been desperately trying over the weekend to do some smoozing with. I'll tell you what. You know what? Kindness goes a long way. I needed some trades, and I went to one of the girls there, and she has kids. She has young kids that are in early teens. And I said to her, I said, Shauna, you want Christmas off? I notice you're working. She's, yeah. She goes, you want it off? I would love to. I'm your man. But in exchange, I told her I need a couple hunting days. So anyhow, long story short, I got some switches over the weekend and made my boss a lot happier. But I was up here today and presented my new schedule to him. He was very happy with. He says, like, hey, while you're here, he said, guess what came in the mail on Saturday? I'm like, what's that? He goes, your bear hide. He goes, you want to go out in the barn? And so I ran out in the barn with him, and he actually stood the damn thing up. It was just from tail, the hind quarters to the tip of his nose was still a foot taller than me. Ain't including the legs. Yeah. But the tannery did a really super nice job. Yeah, I was very pleased. And we overlooked the hide and everything. He's like, Ron, this is like for an older bear, this is really in good shape. So he's thinking by January, I should have it here in my house. That's going to be fun carrying that damn thing in here. Ugh.
Tim Jackson just sent this to me.
Yeah, you can hunt kangaroo over there, Andrew. They actually sell kangaroo meat in the stores.
Yeah, kangaroo meat is lovely.
It's the Mini 4 Pro unboxing.
Really now?
Doesn't have a lot of details, but it just shows the unboxing. What you get.
Mm. Nice.
So Paul, you got to be one of those people. I got to have it.
No, not me, but the guy sitting right there on the panel is.
No.
I was editing. I'm sorry. Been bad.
Hmm.
There it is.
That's a different look for the front end, isn't it?
Yeah.
Mm.
Well, it's the 360 sensors from Mavic 3.
Yeah.
They put 4 of those in.
Sensors. Those sensors are huge.
They are actually they're not big.
Look like bug eyes.
They
Yeah.
are cool, and somehow they have still kept it under 250 grams. The camera is identical to Mini 3 Pro.
Yeah.
Same
You know, the only
camera.
bad thing that it's not that type of drone is not good for me because of our high winds out here all the time.
The high winds are I'll tell you though, Ron, man, in Iceland, that little bitch did some amazing stuff. Like, it was going like this too. I mean, because that's all I had, right? I mean, Mavic 3 was screwed, so I had to fly something. So I threw Mini 3 Pro up and prayed. It was like bouncing around. At one point, it was shaking so bad, even the gimbal couldn't take care of it. Actually, I looked at the image and the screen was going like this, and then it settled out. It was
A lot of wind over there.
yeah, we were right out on a black sand beach, and it was like
Yeah.
pretty
Oh, that looks
windy.
good, David.
Yeah.
That part came out good.
Weather's pretty rough out there, wind wise. Yeah. Yeah, you're better off with a bigger drone. If you're fighting wind, you need a bigger drone. That's the
Yeah.
one weakness of the minis. I mean, they do a good job though. I mean,
Yep,
seriously, the thing
tomorrow.
can,
But on the same token, I remember the one day I was sitting on the road to Hana on
Yeah.
the south side of Maui. And
I
I know it had to be 50 to 60 mile an hour winds, and stupid me launched the drone. Well, I started it up. And when I started it up, the wind caught the blades and went blink before it even got off the ground. Chewed up
Yeah.
two of the blades.
I flew Mavic Pro and Mavic 2 Pro on Maui.
Yeah.
And yeah, like I launched in Kihei once and it was like really insanely windy. Like like a mini sandstorm at the beach. And I was like, I really want to put the drone up. And I didn't that time, but there's another time it was almost as windy. And I launched Mavic 2 Pro and it did all right. But yeah, it's really, really windy there. Try launching. Can you imagine trying to launch in the harbor in Malaya Harbor?
No.
That's like the third windiest like harbor in the world.
Yeah.
It's like there's never a calm period of time there.
That, and there's a place up in Oregon that's I forget the name of it. That place up in Oregon, to come off the ocean to come into the harbor, you have to radio the God, having a brain block.
These switches are low. Slow it down, loading. Jesus.
Like the harbor master or harbor control or
No, the federal if God, I'm tired.
Ron, that kind of thing happens to me every day. So I don't.
Dude.
It's all part of getting older, Ron.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Anyhow, you got to radio those people to come into the harbor. Oh, Coast Guard. Duh.
The Coast Guard.
Yeah, you got to radio the Coast Guard, and then they actually sit behind you, and they sit there and watch the waves and the currents and everything, and all of a sudden they just say, "Punch it." We stood there on the dock one day and watched them for like a couple hours. We took the motorcycle ride up to the West Coast, up through Oregon and Washington. I forget the name of the town in Washington, or in Oregon rather. Yeah, it was kind of cool to watch. But yeah,
I flew some good stuff. On the coast of Oregon. That's gorgeous.
Yeah, it's beautiful up there. But I'll tell you what, they're getting so. I mean, every 100 feet, like, no drones, no drones.
Oh, I wanted to fly Haystack, and right from the Goonies.
Yeah, I flew it.
Can't now. And then
really,
where was I? I went to Cape. So yeah, you can't fly there. It's like because it's a bird sanctuary thing.
Yeah, I was allowed to fly.
I flew, but there are a bunch of Haystack rocks in Oregon. The one from the Goonies is the famous one. There's one behind Pelican Brewing. I'm trying to think, was that Pacific City or something? Anyway, I flew there, but I got scared because you get out, it's way further offshore than it looks. You start to take the drone out, like Twin Rocks, same thing. They're way further out than they look because they're big.
Yeah,
I flew Twin Rocks. And then we went to Cape Lookout further south, and I flew Cape Lookout. I thought for sure it's gonna be like a no drone zone, but nope, no problem. I flew the drone there. But I imagine it's only getting worse. It won't get better.
Yeah, I found each year that we went,
there's more restrictions because somebody does something stupid.
I'm hoping to go next year. I kind of feel bad saying this, but my buddy in Idaho that I usually ride with. His wife would never go with him, and she came down with Alzheimer's, like early Alzheimer's, a year ago, and she just passed away 2 days ago.
Ooh,
but he
sorry.
was so landlocked he couldn't go anywhere, but now he can, as of 3 days ago.
Tell you,
Sure, he's not in the mood.
dementia sucks.
It does.
It does.
Well, I hate to drop at this moment, but I gotta drop. Look at you guys all later.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
understand,
we'll see
Chuck. Hey, thanks for stopping in.
Good being here.
Yeah. Hey, Chuck,
we have
I'm
a-
working on the video.
I'm sure you are. Don't rush it though. I mean, like
I'm
I
not.
went that particular project for me, the similar project for me. I was in no hurry. It took me a lot of time, but
Yeah, my problem is this changing jobs and
yeah, I know.
it's
I
been a
know.
big transition.
But
So,
yeah, it just takes time. And then you're gonna go through it, set it down, come back to it, and you'll be like, oh, that sucks. Gotta fix that.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah.
So
Yep.
anyway, I will catch you guys later.
All
Okay.
right, Chuck. See ya.
Later.
See ya.
Peace out.
Yeah, I think it's it's getting time for me to head out as well. So
Yeah, I think we can shut it down. Justin's
time.
getting tired.
Okay. Never said that, but all right.
Well, if you want to stay on, Justin, we'll stay on a little while longer.
Yeah.
Yeah, why
Okay,
not?
well then I'll head out and
Okay.
Screw Dominic. Why do we have to get off? Because he's
Good
leaving.
job.
yeah, exactly.
Dominic.
Continue on.
Okay, Dominic, you have a good one. Thanks for coming in.
Oh, well.
Later, Dominic.
Yeah, buddy.
Bye.
Chuck is hungry. Yep. Yeah, probably. Hold on, guys. I'm gonna grab a little wine.
Ooh.
Okay.
Yep.
What is my battery percentage? I think he's doing some editing, Andrew.
What's that?
I was answering Andrew in the chat. He said Chuck's off to dinner. There we go.
Well, here, let me put this on for just a second. If anybody gives a shit, if you don't, just let me know and I'll stop it.
I already don't care.
You don't care?
No, you can play. I don't care. What is that? Is that the Mini 3 or 4?
Pro. So this is coming out on September
I
25th.
can't see
We
what it
now
said on
know
there.
the price. So this comes to us from a good friend of mine online, Gavin HR. And if you don't know him and you like all things drones, then I would recommend you check him out on YouTube. That's Gavin HR. But he has got the price for us. Now, this is only the UK price in pounds, but I am going to try and translate it for you for those that are in the US. So the DJI Mini 4 Pro, this is the Fly More combo. That means with the additional batteries and the carrying case and a few other bits, is going to be launching at £979. And to put that in context, my Mini 3 Pro here, which I also got with the Fly More combo,
That's about
back when
900
it
and
was
some
released,
change here.
cost a total of £1,018. So the Mini 4 Pro is launching at a slightly lower price, which is really interesting. And just to put things into context for you, in dollars, the Mini 3 Pro with the Fly More combo kit is $1,158. So again, I would expect the Mini 4 Pro to be launching at probably $30 to $50 less than that price with the Fly More combo. Now, I have chosen to upgrade from the Mini 3 Pro to the Mini 4 Pro when it releases. And the
Yeah,
main
of course,
reason for
David.
that is it is going to be bundled with the new RC2 controller, which is the upgraded version of this screen controller. So if you've not seen the RC2 controller, I think it's available at the moment with the Air 3. It's a huge upgrade to this because it is bundled with OcuSync 4 technology. This is DJI's in-house technology, and effectively it gives you far better range and far better consistency in the signal than this does. So that's the reason I'm going to be upgrading, but I do want to hear your thoughts. Are you going to be getting the Mini 4 Pro?
No.
And if so,
Well, that
is this
told
going
us
to be
absolutely nothing
your
about the
favorite
Mini
drone?
4
Are
except for
you
the price.
upgrading from perhaps another drone that isn't the Mini 3? Please do let me know down in
Oh,
the
what a review, dude.
What about it are you excited about that made you want to purchase it? So thank you so much for stopping by. I will be doing lots of Mini 4 Pro videos on the channel going forward, so please do stick around by subscribing to be notified of those. But until
Enough.
It was about $1,100, David. Some change. For the fly market.
That's what he's saying, because it was like 900 and some pounds. But I didn't think a pound was more than $1, but I don't know.
It is. Like, what is it? Hold on, I think it's like 80 cents to every $1 or so.
Hmm.
Something like that. Let's see, what's pounds to dollar? We're trading at right now.
The thing that cracks me up is 90% of the people that fly drones, they put it on YouTube. How many people you think like, oh my God, that must be the Mini 4. That must be the, can you really tell a difference?
So 1 pound is $1.22 American.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah.
So it should be less money then.
No, it's gonna be less in the UK than the US.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Yeah, Mark says $1.22.
New Mini.
It's kind of funny. You think the US market would be the cheapest since it's the biggest market.
Paul, any more problems with your, was it the Air 2S?
Nope.
No? That was some risky shit you did, taking that, like, oh yeah, it's not working right now, I can really strain. Let me take it out over the water. And see if it's still working right.
Well, did
What's
you
up,
see
Edward?
my,
Sam, how's it going, guys?
let me show you my latest video I did this morning. And when I looked at the replay, I says, "Oh my God."
You almost wreck your drone again?
Yeah. Let me see.
geez.
No, you didn't say nothing about it this morning when you came back. Or did you not notice it until after you got back?
Didn't notice it until.
Oh shit.
Yeah, because you didn't say nothing when you got back this morning if she had any issues or anything.
Because it's just a flash, but let me see which was it. Was the
Joe hasn't even seen it yet, and he's like pilot error.
Indiana Harbor. Okay, hang on. Indiana Harbor.
The hell kind of money is that, Mark? You guys put like hieroglyphs in front of your money. Just got back from vacation, spent a week in the cabin, Tennessee, hung out Pigeon Forge, Gatlinburg.
Okay.
Got a couple of.
Let me
Oh,
get,
cool, Sam.
let me get the screen share up. Screen share. You guys see it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we did.
Did.
Then you unshared it.
Okay. See it now?
Yep.
Just goes to show you, you don't see there's a sailboat over there. I didn't realize. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now watch it.
Oh shit. Close.
I mean, Oh, yeah, you got a lot closer there.
Yeah.
I was gonna say you weren't that close to it, but yeah, then you did when you hit.
It's close enough.
I think you would have
Sometimes
been.
it's almost like your side view mirrors, like subjects and mirror closer than they appear, or something like that.
I have a feeling though, if you would have went right over the top of it, you probably would have missed it by a few inches or about a foot at the most.
Yeah, but the
think you're
thought, my thought being was I probably would have missed it by maybe a foot or two. But do I want to be that close to anything?
No. Did you get any kind of alarms?
Nope.
No.
Oh, the thinner shit is like that, especially that guide wire right there. Those sensors don't always pick that kind of stuff up.
That pole, I should have picked up that pole though.
I don't think he was low enough though. I think he was a couple feet over it, so he probably wouldn't have hit it.
You look
anyway.
like you're high enough above it, but
Yeah, it's definitely a little pucker factor.
But when I
there,
went
though.
and saw it, it was a pucker thing.
I was just like when I was at the first Florida drone meetup, I actually hit a tree and didn't realize it until I got home and started going through the footage. I was flying the Air 2 around, right at the edge of the water there, and there was that big ass tree that was hanging over the lake or over the inlet.
excellent.
And I snipped the top of it and didn't even realize it until I went through the footage later on that week.
Howdy.
What's up, buddy?
What's up, man?
Oh, wow. Mike said Walmart's got the Mini 2 for $220 right now.
Hey, Timbo.
I want to go check that out, Ron.
Yeah,
That's a good deal.
You see what Joe put in there? I bet those people in the sailboat looked up and squeezed their cheeks.
Are you serious, Mike? Yeah, Mike sent me an email or a text yesterday. They did a scan and everything looked it was lower extremities and everything looked good. So that's good news.
Dude, they still sell the Spark at Walmart.
Oh no, I haven't seen it.
No, I'm saying they still have the Spark on display at the little split drone displays at Walmart.
They still have it at Best Buy though, I think. On
Yeah,
display.
but that's not a bad deal for a Mini 2, $220.
Hell no.
Not bad at all. But
Mini 3 is going to go down too, probably.
oh, it's gonna have to because it's gonna.
The
cut
hell's
into the
happening,
price.
dude?
Nothing much.
Yeah.
Nothing
God, your
much.
camera's out of hell of a time with that reflective vest.
Yeah, it is, isn't it?
Yeah.
Fuck it.
So what's your deal, Tim? Are you really coming to the US?
Yeah. As soon as I get money.
See if Amazon put it on sale.
What
Moving
Tim's
to
trip?
Tennessee. Tennessee.
Tennessee.
Oh, it's still 600 on Amazon, 529. So that's not a bad deal. Let's see, that's the Flymore kit though. Go to Walmart's website, see what Walmart.com has it for.
Dude, I'll tell you what, Tim, that'll be so screwed up next year. Next year, if you're able to make it to Sturgis, that'll be.
Hell yeah. I think I'm going to truck it in though.
Yeah, I don't blame you. That's a haul from Tennessee. It's a lot of ass time.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll just put it on the back, tie it down.
We'll do a live on that stream.
Yeah, I'll be, how you doing?
Yeah. Ron and Tim, who's your daddy? Season 5.
Who's your daddy?
Live.
You'll be who's your daddy, I'll be how you doing.
Yeah. Who's your daddy and who's how you doing?
I gotta get a shirt made up.
What am I, season 4 or season 5? I forget which. Yeah, live from Sturgis.
Yeah, that'll be good. Be good at
Matt Ben, Justin. His leg boogered up again.
Do what?
Matt's.
Yeah,
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 that's-
from that long ass drive, yeah.
Is it his leg or his knee or what is it?
It's his knee.
Mm.
He always fucks him. He's almost at 2K.
Well, he's got to stop mounting them women from behind like that. That'll screw up your knees.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Jesus. How the hell does it go from that to that? I thought I was bad.
What's up,
Well,
Rob?
you know, he's not far off.
Well, the thing was, is his knee got so screwed up from driving up to his mom's that the whole entire week he was pretty much just laying on her couch, just kind of not really doing much.
Wow.
And now he has to drive 2 days back. So imagine what he's going to feel like when he gets back.
Shit.
I almost have a feeling he's going to end up taking another week off from work because of it.
Yeah. So how's he do a truck driving job?
I'm wondering if it's because of the size difference of being in the truck and being up on a seat. He probably stretches his leg out more.
Well,
Yeah.
climbing up and down in the truck too.
But I'm thinking being in the truck, it's probably not as bad because his legs got more room where he might be kind of a tight fit in the car because Matt's not a tiny guy.
No,
He's a pretty big boy.
I actually get a lot more cramped up in this little car than I do my truck.
I'm honestly surprised Matt doesn't have a pickup truck, to be honest with you.
Yeah. Good
He
effort.
drives a little dinky ass car around.
Well, he also rides that roller skate around too.
Yeah.
I don't know if that messes with his knee or not.
No.
I'm not sure if that because he never really complains about doing that.
Hmm.
About being on the scooter.
Yeah. So Tim, when are you looking at making the plunge?
Probably around August if I can get back.
Oh,
Or
well, shit,
before.
dude. If you don't make it by early August, you're kind of screwed for Sturgis.
Yeah.
So you're planning the actual move around June or end of June or
Hopefully July and be there. Yeah. It's July or I want to be there before August, but it all depends on the money. If I can get my super out, what matters.
Hmm.
Can't go back poor.
Edward.
That's true.
I put 2 applications in at traffic control mobs.
Hey, Edward had a question for you, Tim.
You get your ears lowered. What?
they just took a shower.
Just took a shower here. Oh, I shaved yesterday and it's already stubbled.
Well, that's like anybody that shaves. You're not gonna last more than a day. You'll start feeling it again.
It sucks. Get a shave every day.
Well, you get your goatee where you want it, or your beard, and then you just say, "I'll get a laser removal around the edges." You'll have to shave for like 6 months.
I gotta
Tim,
shave
I
this
hope you know that you get here, buddy, and you get stuck. We'll make sure everybody's okay.
Ooh,
Oh, well,
Mike's
leave
having
a brother
nachos.
hanging.
Yeah, I'll be living with Lynn.
No, I'm just
Yeah,
saying
that's-
if you come out here
that's-
for the rally and stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, every
Oh,
year though, I get lots of requests like, "Hey, Ron, anybody come to your place?" I got so much room,
Yeah.
but hell, if we got to put cots up and down in the garage, we'll make it.
Bring a tent.
He's not even gonna let him in the main house. He's gonna put him in the garage.
Either that or
I get full.
they can sleep out there with the deer.
Yeah.
He's like,
Listen,
Tim's not even allowed in the
stay
main
here.
house. You stay outside.
Chores to do. Here to
Stay in the
feed.
quarters.
He's gonna be feeding Tim out on the porch like the deer. Come here, boy.
Here you go. Here you go. Here you go. He'll have a chute for the beer can so you don't have to come out.
Yeah.
There you
Mm-mm-mm.
Oh, do you got jalapenos on the nachos, Mike? You gotta have jalapenos.
go.
We'll be back
I talked to Lynn.
for your birthday then.
Yeah, I talked to Lynn yesterday on a private Zoom, and we went through 3 traffic control companies. And I sent 2 emails. And then it was funny. This one was a hire company. It said, "Oh, you are on our roster for the next job. We'll get in contact." And in the email, I said, "I'm living in Australia soon. This is for when I get back to the States. So I'll probably get a job for tomorrow."
I
So-
think he was talking about the non-fly more there, Jonathan.
Is there a possibility, Tim, that you could end up showing up, or I mean, based on what places offer you, you know, whatever?
Oh yeah, if they offer me, yeah. Hell yeah. I'll be back quick.
Yeah.
That should be good.
And that could have
Gee.
been in-store sale too, Jonathan.
Yeah, she's looking for me. I'm looking. Like this one. Oh, I had it up. Where's it at?
JD says, make sure you have plenty of rice up on the deck for Tim.
For the deck for me. Smart ass. This is one of the companies. And it does pretty much, they do everything pretty much what I do. So that's the one I'm looking at, West Tennessee branch. That's the highway jobs. And they're still using them barrels. That's funny.
Yep. You see those things
This is
everywhere.
a job out here in Wyoming, Tim.
Yeah.
You know, my buddy who just called me, his daughter, who's only 30 years old, is driving truck, a construction truck on the coal mine. She's making $30 an hour.
Well, this job is 38.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
In the States, that's fucking good, dude.
Coal mining is a dangerous profession.
It is, but you know, I can be honest with you, where I'm working right now, Justin, that's funded by the coal mines. That's why I'm being paid so well.
Oh, no, I'm just saying like, cause I don't know if they have an issue with that anymore because I think they have to wear respirators now. You remember back in the day, they had that black lung shit?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh,
Well, and in this world too, the ventilation, the equipment and everything is so much better than the old days. Everybody thinks about the coal miner out there, you know.
That's when they used to send down the parakeets.
Parakeets?
Yeah.
Yeah, little birds in cages. Send them down so far. If they're dead when they bring them back up, don't go down.
I never knew that. First time I ever heard about that. Interesting. Oh, fucking Peter would have a field day with that.
This is back in.
God, can you imagine the animal activist, dude, if you were doing that these days?
Yeah.
Good God.
Yeah. Yeah. So Ron, any company that I look, the traffic control mobs, there's 3. That's one of them. Nothing under 35 hours an hour.
I'll tell you honestly, Tim, that in that area, that's pretty damn good money.
Yeah. And I've done way more than they show on there. Like I got all the accreditations, everything to show them. So. They got like
That's true, Mark.
4 branches in Tennessee.
He said, make sure you're not putting the signs the wrong way, Tim. You got to get used to that again.
That would be fucked. I keep on going to the passenger side to drive.
Yeah.
That'd be funny as hell.
Sending cars
It'll
down the wrong
probably be
lanes.
like that. It'll probably be like that. I gotta get used to yeah, canaries, Mark. I gotta get used to the lingo back home too.
Yeah. Tim, did you get that? You saw that picture of my sister-in-law sent me when I was spending time with my brother a few years back, and
Oh, that was on Facebook. Yeah.
Yeah. It's kind of cool. But the ones with the kangaroos, that's why I sent it to you and Matt and Dominic.
That was funny. Yeah. Some are tame. You get a mad one. They're not.
She was actually pretty cool, pretty relaxed, laid back. The only one of about 20, 25 of them there that wanted anything to do with humans.
Oh yeah, they won't. That's right, Mark. It was canaries, not parakeets. Sorry.
So I said you couldn't do that these days. How people flipping the hell out.
Yeah,
They get mad if you were using roaches to do that.
well, back in Pennsylvania, my grandfather, he worked at the steel mill. That was what ended up killing him.
What city was he in?
Reading.
Oh, yeah.
That was the big steel mill.
Yep.
Actually on Mill Street in Reading.
Yep. I remember.
Yeah. One place I ain't going back to. I heard about how Reading is.
Oh, we sat and watched the cameras up there, Ron. What was it last week on my show?
Yeah, Kensington.
Oh my God,
It
dude.
used to be a nice area in the 70s and 80s. I
Oh,
was
in
telling
Kensington? Yeah.
it used to be a
That's-
really well established.
Dude, we were watching a live cam of a guy walking around and some lady was actually like getting robbed while she was passed out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the guy was filming it. And the cops were just driving by, not doing a fucking thing about it.
They yeah, it's bad, dude.
Very bad.
Cops didn't seem to really care about anything that was going on.
They look for worse stuff. It's weird, how, you get in some little Hoboken middle of nowhere country, like, oh yeah, my neighbor stepped on my lawn. Yeah, the cops are all over it. But you get down into places like Philly, like stuff like that happens. Like, okay, call me when there's some real super crime that's super exceeds what we see every day. It is sad.
Dude, there was
It's-
people
it's
literally smoking crack. We were watching them on the cameras, smoking crack while the cops were driving right by 'em.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't care. See, I
I
would
don't
visit.
miss that. I don't miss that at all.
Mm.
And being out here in Wyoming, it's not that we don't have it, but we don't see a tenth of it.
Well, that's
Um,
like here where I live in Florida, bro. If you were sitting on the side of the road smoking crap, you better believe the cops would stop and have you in handcuffs. 2
Mhm.
fucking seconds.
Yeah.
They wouldn't just drive by waving at you. Hey, how's it going? Enjoy your crack.
Yeah.
I would
Down there you
visit
get
why I'm missing.
cities
why
like
I'm
Philly.
missing.
Yeah, they're just too busy to if they try to arrest everything they saw, they would need 3 times, 4 times the police force. Easy.
Yeah. That's
It's
like
funny.
over-
We used to go to a hospital in Center City called Jefferson. Jefferson is a level 1 spinal cord injury center. We used to bring a lot of their spinal cord patients there, but we would land, get down to the ER, deliver the patient, and we knew there was a Wawa right across the street, and we used to go over to the Wawa. We'd come out of the ER and go over to the Wawa, and some of the street people we'd meet there. There was one lady I got to know. She was kind of funny.
Ain't that the truth, Mike?
She kind of ran the block. Yeah, she was like the head HBI, or how do you say the HBIF in charge?
HBIC.
HBIC, yeah. Yep.
Head bitch in charge.
Yeah, bitch in charge, yeah. Yeah,
Yeah, I would
Philly's.
visit. Yeah,
Interesting.
Philly's getting really bad, really bad. But I would still visit like why I'm missing.
Bro, it's not getting bad. It's bad. It's already there.
Bad for a long time.
Yeah, it's
Tim,
not getting there. It's already there.
I'm sure you're gonna go back up to Reading to visit friends and relatives, whatever. But yeah, buddy, you're gonna have an eye opener. You thought it was
They're
bad.
all moving out. They're all moving out. They're out in Lancaster, Wyomissing.
Yeah.
No,
Most
why-
of them
why
moved
would
to
you wanna
South Carolina.
The thing is, why
Florida.
would you want to stay there? Why would you even want to be a cop in a city like that?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
fuck that, dude. I wouldn't even want to be a police officer in a city that bad where there's
But
no
seeing-
control.
But see, in Reading in the 70s and 80s, it was really nice. It was like you were stepping back into the 60s.
Yeah.
With all the old cars, and it was really, really nice. Then all of a sudden, boom.
Oh, a lot of inner cities used to be like that, right? They were suburban all the way up to like the 60s and 70s. And in the 80s, a lot of the inner city neighborhoods started getting really bad in a lot of big cities. And that's why everybody moved out in what they call now the suburbs. That's
Yeah.
the way the outskirts of the cities is where you usually find the nicer parts of the city.
Yeah.
Like I Googled where the house is still there where I was born and raised. And it was on 13th and Green, across the street from where I went to school,
Yep.
13th and Green.
You
And
know, right where you're at.
yeah, it was right down the street from Reading High.
Yep.
And that is unbelievable how it looks now. It's
Yeah.
unreal. I couldn't believe it.
Yeah, the inner
Jesus.
cities used to be the suburbs back in the day. Not
We used to
in
walk to the pagoda every day after school just for a
Yep.
walk.
Wish
see
I had
that-
a drone back then. I would have flown to
Yeah.
the Pagoda.
Well, the 80s are what killed it because of the crack epidemic is when that
Late
started
80s.
hitting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why we moved to Pennsylvania out west. Then we moved to Jersey,
Mm.
southern Jersey. And that was all right.
Yeah, better southern than northern Jersey.
Oh yeah. Echelon and Woodbury all the way up.
Yeah.
Even
Yeah,
Bridgeton.
northern Jersey was bad, like Jersey City and anywhere.
Mhm.
Nasty, just nasty.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the thing that I'm with this new job. They're finding weird about me. Like I'm going into homes and going to places, and some of my street sense from back in Philly is coming out. They're like, "What the fuck's the matter with you?"
Mhm.
Like, you know,
Yep.
like, hey, when you come from where I came from, you learn to, use caution.
You got to have street smarts.
You
especially
do.
where I grew up.
Yeah.
And oh man.
It's like what was that? What's today? Sunday? Friday? Wednesday night. I worked in one of our substations Wednesday night, and quiet all night till about 5 a.m. We get a call for a drunk ass dumbass sitting
Nice, Mike.
on a 70-mile-an-hour highway. And we were dispatched by the sheriff's department. So when the sheriff talks to us, the sheriff's department dispatch talks to us, the sheriff's department also hears what's going on. And they said this guy got up, was walking around, some oil worker saw him on the edge of the road. The guy was a real asshole, tried to fight him, So he goes into a local convenience store there, and we walk in, and he's being a total dick. And all of a sudden, this Tim Jackson, how you doing, little lady sheriff, walks in, and the guy, I'm trying to talk to him, talk him down, say, "Hey, buddy, you okay? You need to check you out, take you out." "Oh, fuck you." "Oh, okay." So as soon as I saw that lady sheriff, I'm like, "Okay, your turn." The average person would not, the average medic EMT would not do that. They would the guy gave me about 2 FUs, and I'm like, "Okay." I looked at the late sheriff, I'm like, "Your turn."
Yeah.
And she was a no nonsense kind of gal. She was young. She's only about 40. But,
Yeah.
how you doing? Look good in the badge and carrying a gun on her
Over,
hip.
over
Yeah.
here, they have no tolerance. No
Mhm.
tolerance at all. In hospitals and ambulances, they'll leave your ass right there.
Yeah.
Leave you leave you there to bleed out.
Yep.
No tolerance at all for that crap.
Yeah, not a problem before, not a problem now.
Right. Yeah.
There was a hospital recently. I saw a YouTube video. I can't remember where it was at, but they actually got in trouble, bro. They were taking homeless people out of the hospital. Like they would get, come in for treatment or something. And instead of treating them, they were literally taking them back out. Security was taking them outside, and dumping them on the curbs. And they got caught by a couple people doing it.
Yeah.
And one person
This is
died
what-
from it.
This is what Mike's neighbor gave me. Happy fall. Thanks for being such great neighbors in the town.
Oh, nice.
That's nice of them. You do get some good neighbors.
Oh,
Ain't gonna
yeah.
lie.
Oh, yeah. We're on the night trains for apple crisp and ice cream.
Hell yeah.
Mike's gonna come on later. Look at that infused ice cream. 25% THC. I just want him to show me one snack food that doesn't have THC in it.
Yeah.
It's like everything he snacks on has something to use.
Yeah.
That'd be great.
And it's always like, so it looks like the name brand shit, but then they always like kind of change the name.
Yeah.
So instead of Sour Patch Kids, it would be like Patch Kids or something.
Yep.
Infused Patch Kids.
Yeah.
You know.
You know, a lot of the public don't realize today, you know, we're out there that the old fuckers like me that have been around for a while, I don't give a fuck.
Yep.
You know, you're going to be a dick. Okay, fine. Your problem, not mine. Where the average brand new medic off, you know, right out of school and on the street, like, oh no, you can't do this. And I feel bad. Nope, not me.
Well, it's because they haven't gotten into that mindset yet. You know, they haven't
Yeah.
dealt with it on a large scale yet.
Yep.
It's just like it's just take cops, for example, right? Veteran cops more likely to let you off on something stupid, where the rookie cops are going to want to do everything by the
Yeah.
book,
Exactly. Yeah.
right?
That's true.
Yeah.
You know, some sergeant that's been on the force for 20
Not my
years.
family. Not my
Yeah.
problem. Go ahead, be a dick. You know?
That's why I said you get some sergeant that's
It's not, how do I say, my profession or what we're supposed to believe in, but yeah, I've been through some nasty stuff, and my warm and fuzzy has kind of been tarnished a little bit.
I think it's where and how you were brought up.
Yeah.
That's that's funny.
I was
Yep.
saying like you get like a 20 year sergeant veteran of the police force might pull you over and find a $5 or like a $5 baggie of weed on you. Might decide, since you were honest, I'll let you go. Rookie's gonna be like, nope, all right, we're taking you to jail for distribution, intent to sell. Like, they're gonna fucking strap every damn charge they can on you. They're gonna come in there and they're gonna be waving that 5 bag around like, yeah, look what I got.
Yep.
We
Yeah.
had some cops saying, "You got any more?"
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd be damned around here. That's why I say everybody was telling me to drive my car into the river and shit, dude. I was like, I don't know, dude. Because I trust the cops around here to catch me more than they wouldn't catch me. Like, I'm not doing that.
And one day on the bulletin, you're going to see drone battery found in lake. Trying to find the owner.
I bet you
told
TJ left
TJ.
his damn registration number right on the top of it, too.
His phone number.
Yeah, probably got his name and phone number all fucking nicely etched into the battery. If found, please return.
Yep. I'll tell you the most, Tim, I'll tell you the most bizarre thing I ever saw in my career from a, how do you say it, from a non-standard political correct type situation was I started working in the city of Chester, right on the very edge of Philly Airport. And that was the place when I started to work there. My first 2 weeks of working there, we had 22 shootings
God damn.
in 2 weeks in a city that was not much bigger than the one I'm working at now. But
Yeah.
I had a guy, his name was Leroy Brown. He was
Hey,
a
there
brother,
you go.
black guy.
Big
Leroy
fan,
was-
Leroy Brown.
Leroy was about as smooth could be. He had ladies all over town. He, matter of fact, the pain in the ass working with him was when you partner up, if he was your partner for the night, like, oh shit, where am I going to get stationed at? You would go out to like a certain location in the ambulance, and he would have you like, all right, Ron, I'll be an hour or so. Do you mind? Yeah, okay, buddy. You park outside one of his honey's houses. He'd be in there for an hour or so, and hook a brother up. But the thing with Leroy was he was a retired Marine, and he was a boxer in the Marines. He was a big son of a bitch. He had huge hands.
Yeah.
We were coming across the Commodore Barry Bridge, which is from Jersey, coming across the Delaware, over in the Philly. And it's one of my first week or two off orientation. 3 a.m, we get called for this drunk asshole, and I hear the N-word come out.
Oh shit.
Uh-oh. And I hear, Lockwood, stop the fucking bus. What? Stop the bus. I'm like, okay. Right in the middle of the bridge on a 4-lane highway, I stop the ambulance. It's 3 a.m. There's no traffic. All of a sudden, the back doors come open, and I see the poor little bastard on the stretcher come off in a flying manner out through the back doors, and Leroy had a hold of him. This Leroy tuned him up. Oh my God. And then he brought him back in. I hear, you could go to the hospital now. I'm like, are you sure?
What's Joe talking about?
The Commodore Barry is the one we used to take Fridays and Saturdays to South Street.
Yeah. Yep.
And there was another bridge, Walt Whitman.
Oh, you got a gay lover, Joe? Nice.
Yep.
No.
Yeah, that was interesting, Tim.
Bet you took control, didn't you, Joe? You're the man of that
Smooth-
relationship.
Jesus.
He put a mark on his mag light. Okay.
He did.
Did you see? Yeah, did you see what he wrote in the chat?
You're my bitch
Oh.
now.
I did read that wrong at first. So it said I took control with my gay lover. I was like, what? I had to go back and read it.
I had to read it twice too.
Yep.
Made him your bitch.
Amen. Yep. Yeah, you can tell Joe's he's been in the system for a while. He knows.
It's like there's only one place this mag light's going, boy.
Yep. Face.
With no condom. Fucking hell. Be right back. I need some milk.
That's good, Joe.
That's right, Joe. And there's somebody else here in the chat that's been in EMS. Who the hell is it?
I was way back when.
Yeah. There's 2 or 3 of them here, Paul, but yeah. Us old timers, they remember. Yeah, they.
Oh, I remember, remember the big high top Cadillacs?
Oh yeah.
We went up to north of Port Huron. There was a trailer, mobile home park. Okay. We get up there and the cops all around there. And this guy, he was Big Triplet. Okay. They called him Big Triplet because he was as big as a moose. And he was either high or doped up or both. And he was running from one trail to the other, going through the wall, through the trailer, through the next wall, through the next trailer, through the next trailer. And so they finally subdued him, and we loaded him in the back of the ambulance, strapped him down to the stretcher.
Think we offended Joe.
I'm riding in the back. And the next thing I know, we're going like 70, 80 miles an hour down the 5-lane highway to get to the hospital. We get into town, and next thing I know, he somehow has gotten free. And he threw me in the back of the ambulance. The back of the door had the handle on the inside.
Yeah.
And I had I was hanging on to the edge of the door, and he was trying to push me out, and we're doing like 65 or 70 miles an hour down the street.
Shit.
And so I reached over here, and on the side, the side wing, we had sandbags. And I grabbed one of the small neck sandbags and I whacked him like that. And he went down, and I beat the shit out of him.
Oh yeah. Amen.
Thank God,
This is the
statute of
reason why Paul
limitations is
don't
up.
drink.
An eye for an eye.
Yeah, statute of limitations is up, Tim. They're good.
The gay lover stabs his buddy in the game. Run it.
Far out.
Yep. Yeah, I like Joe America's last. Yeah, that's awesome. That's the way to handle that situation.
Yep.
Mhm.
But the things you'll never forget some of the really bad things you've seen, right, Ron?
I've forgotten a lot, Paul. I remember some of them. I'm sure I've forgotten a lot.
It's like any other job. You do it so many years, you're not going to remember every little interaction.
Yeah.
Well, there were so many things that I just every once in a while pops into my mind.
Yeah.
I had a young gal did a rollover into a ditch. By the time we got there, we pulled her out of the ditch and rolled her onto the backboard, and there was blood just coming straight out of her mouth, just like a fountain.
Yeah.
And you couldn't what were you going to do? You couldn't clear the airway. You couldn't do anything. So I just took the spit pan and put it over her face until she died.
Yeah. How many years did you do it, Paul?
About 3 years.
Yeah.
That's why only 3.
And then the other one was I was out in the country on a 2-lane major highway going to Flint. Was called M21, and this old lady went to go across the street to it was at like dusk, go to her mailbox, and she was in old lady clothes or whatever, and some truck came by and hit her. And by the time we got there, we went over, and they said she's laying over here. We went over here, and here was a body laying there with no head.
Oh shit!
And then we rolled her over, and she was missing a leg. And so we split up, and we kind of joked. You got to joke about things like that. Okay, whoever finds the head first gets 5. If you find both, you get 10.
But that was us. That was our sense of humor.
That is how you had to approach it, or you couldn't do the job.
Yep. All right. Like, yeah, game on. Okay.
Or like a floater. I remember grabbing a floater by a wrist. It'd been in the water for a while, and you pull the arm, and it pulled out like chicken.
There ain't no statue on that.
You
bro.
throw that in the bag. You grab another piece, throw that in the bag.
Shit, 3 years. So like you've been through some stuff, Paul.
Yeah, and well, I think the worst thing that happened is
Murdered somebody.
no, I had a guy I went to school with was working in construction on a pipeline, and we got called up there, and I didn't know it was him, and I still wasn't sure until we pulled his wallet out of his pants. The foreman sent him over to tell the guy running the crane something, and he didn't know any better, and he climbed up the back of the track. Just as he got to the top of the track, the crane operator put it in reverse, rolled over him.
Oops.
He was about this wide and about that thick. His name was Dan Gassam. He was a big football player.
Shit.
And I didn't realize it was Dan until we pulled the wallet out of what was left of his body, and it had his ID.
Welcome to the Paul Kevorkian Murray channel.
But yeah, sometimes those things pop into your head.
Yeah.
Well, I got one more to share. Okay, are you
Balls,
ready for this?
Kevorkian, just do it.
Oh,
Get it up to your
Jesus.
head, do it.
The pipeline thing was they were building a new pipeline out to Lake Huron that was going to feed water because they were putting in water pipes that were 8 foot in diameter. Were going to Flint and then they would go to Detroit. So they're taking all the water over so they could take care of it. And we got called up to the north end where they were digging the hole for the pipeline at the lake. And out in the lake was a big ship, and they were out there, and they were putting down a pipe. And they side here was they had like a little mini railroad in there. Used to take it out to the end. And so anyway, there's a bunch of guys down there and they didn't know it. And the guys up on top, they weren't coordinating and they got a spark and it was full of methane gas. And it shot everything in that, from train cars to metal to whatever, shot out of there and went 200 feet in the air on the other end. And there was 12 guys down there that were killed and they were sliced and diced. We went down there with body bags and we were just taking parts and filling the body bags. Because according to our philosophy was they were running down the center of the tracks to try and get out of there. And the metal was going by and just cutting them up.
This is the weird thing. You sit and think about. I just talked about this case yesterday. I had a guy at a townhouse community. He worked for a landscaper that was doing all the landscaping at this whole townhouse community. They had this big truck that half the truck, the trailer was full of mulch, and the back end of the truck was full of had a what they call like an auger that grinded up the mulch.
Oh yeah.
This poor bastard slipped and fell
into the auger.
He fell into the auger, and he fell back first. Well, it caught him in the ass and chewed him up from the middle of his back of his thigh to the middle of his back, and he was stuck in there. And I was working the helicopter that day. We got called up there, and we finally got this guy. We ended up flying to the local trauma center first, getting a surgeon, bringing him back to the scene, and cutting this guy out. And when I finally got him out, I remember I asked him, I said, "How you doing, buddy?" He goes, "Well, I'm pretty fucking sore." He goes, "You can say I worked my ass off today." I'm like, "Yeah, you did."
That's a new meaning to assless chaps.
Yeah, he was gone. But I'm like, yeah, the guy
did he make it?
Screwed up by an auger, but he had a sense of humor.
Did he make it?
Yeah, he did.
Oh wow, I can't imagine what he looked like afterwards.
But he had no ass. I worked my ass today. Yeah, you did.
John Wayne Gacy.
This is
That's crazy.
Oh shoot.
Yeah, Ed, you're right. I don't have any nightmares about it because it's been so long ago. I mean, this was back in the 1970s, but every once in a while, something pops up into my mind.
Yeah. Remember my buddy, he was the best man at my wedding. He was a DC paramedic firefighter, and he got me to do a ride along in DC. Holy shit. I went down there. We ran like 30 calls that night. I was with the shift supervisor. The one call we went to, guy was shot up with an Uzi. And the supervisor told me, he goes, "This is what they call a message." And we ran this back at the time, you had to bring a patient to the hospital. The medical director had to pronounce him. But we brought him in. The x-ray tech goes, hey, let's see how much lead. So they brought this guy to the x-ray. They x-rayed him just to see how much lead was in him. Holy shit. This guy had so much lead in him. It was unbelievable. Unreal. Yeah.
I went to a suicide out in the woods one day. By the time I got to the cops were all there and they were all just like, kind of like, oh. Guy took a 12-gauge shotgun, put it up to his head like this and pulled the trigger.
Yep.
And so we loaded him in the bag and we're getting ready to leave. And the one cop points up in the tree and says, who's going to get that? One of his eyeballs was hanging from the tree limb.
Oh, shit.
I says, not me.
Fuck that.
If you want it down, you get it down.
This is some shit to listen to before I go to work.
Mm-hmm.
Makes your job seem a little tame, doesn't it, Tim?
Yeah.
That kid should give you respect for the paramedics and the ambulance drivers and everything in the world.
I said, from Paul and I are
I would
warming
never
up,
be really
just
down
kind
my
of
mouth.
warm off a little bit.
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of shit on the highways and I've seen a lot of accidents and I just don't want to remember that shit. Seriously.
It doesn't bother me anymore. Like, well,
it don't bother me.
Not mine.
Yeah, you almost become numb to it.
Yeah, you do. You have to laugh about it,
You
or
do.
else you can't do it.
Well, if not, you're just curl up into a ball in the fucking corner.
Yep, exactly. Yeah.
I had a lady one night was going crazy. She was whacked out of her mind. And she says, you guys are the devil. I says, yeah, and I'm here to get you. And so we put her in.
That's the truth.
Is that when you
we
put
put
the
her in
thing
a
over her mouth?
straitjacket, and she was yelling at us and yelling at us. You be quiet or I'm going to yank your tongue out.
I can see you doing that, Paul. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's when he put it over her mouth.
Yeah.
I'm gonna piss my pants.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
He said, "Oh, yeah."
And then one of our side jobs, Ron, is we used to haul bodies from the hospital
Oh, he worked at Walmart.
to the funeral homes, and we.
Oh God, I don't know where this story's going.
We take people to the funeral homes, and it's like I had one partner who used to say hi to everybody, and he'd go like that with the guy's head.
Oh my God. Morbid as hell, I swear.
Oh, yeah, we're a bunch of sick bastards. That's why we do it.
You had to do that, or you couldn't do it.
Yeah.
This is turning into a Borgian
So
special.
you had to play with dead bodies to not go
Yeah.
crazy.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Your hip fuck was on a low voltage.
Yeah.
I think I tickled a little bit.
You know, it was Joe. Yeah, Joe America. He can tell you the
I
same.
don't know,
thing.
Jonathan.
Yeah.
Yeah. Joe probably thinks that his give a fuck. He probably worn out a long time ago too. The trees have eyes.
Yep.
Yep.
Or sometimes they'd have their eyes wide open and you couldn't just close them because their reflex didn't. So we used to take tape and put it over their eyes.
Yep. Just do that.
That's what a stapler's for.
Oh yeah. Mm.
Oh, and then I had one lady in an apartment down on the river. We got a call that person was dead. We get there and the cops are out in the parking lot throwing up. So we go up to her apartment and go in, and it stunk to high heaven. And here she was sitting, what the TV was going, and her nylons were rolled down. And she was bubbling out of her mouth, and she shit all over everywhere.
Yeah.
And we had to clean it up.
Yeah.
Well, we didn't clean that up, but we had to get her up, get her in a bag, and haul her ass out of there. But there was bubbling like big bubbles coming out of her mouth.
The other ones that got me, Paul, were like those big giant, like 400-pound cows. Like, you know, you find them dead in their apartment. And
Yeah.
like, you gotta move them, and like you'd lift up an arm or a boob or something, like freaking cockroaches crawl off from underneath the
Yeah.
cracks.
Yeah.
Yeah,
this is getting better.
Wait till we get to the good stories, Tim.
yeah. Wait, buddy.
I went to this one accident scene. This old guy, had a heart attack and went right into the Bowser, blew up. And by the time I got there, one of the lieutenants was lighting a cigarette off his body.
Oh wow.
Oh yeah.
He goes,
You got to have a sick sense of humor, or you couldn't do the job.
Yeah, I was like, nah, I'm going home.
Yep. Yeah. There's only certain personalities that can do what we can do. It's a shame, Paul, you still aren't in this, man. You fit right in.
Jesus.
Oh,
But when was the last job that you did, Paul?
What? Oh, 1974.
Okay,
Things have
Good,
changed.
there wasn't good record keeping though.
Yeah, statute's gone.
No, it's not for the other thing. It ain't. We just gotta
There is
hope
no
records weren't
statute.
kept.
There is no statute on limitation about if I were to have killed her. All I did was I just helped her, held. I didn't
Oh
want
my
to get the
God.
blood all over me, Here.
Don't mess me up.
Yeah.
Just one more twist. Hold on.
Yep. Hold on.
Now, let me put a tourniquet around your neck.
You're not weighed down enough. Hold on.
It's going to rip my head off and fuck me in the neck.
Concrete boots will help you. This one kid that we knew in school, it wasn't funny, but it was funny. Tried to kill himself three times. Shot himself. His whole thing was taken off. Tried to hang himself. They cut him down. He did one other thing. I forget what it was. So finally, what he did, he took weights and put them around his waist. And in Pennsville, New Jersey, he just walked out. That's it.
Yep.
He wanted to die. He wasn't giving up. He was only 18 years old.
Yep.
I
They
can't
want
crazy.
to, they'll find a way. If they're serious, they'll find a way.
He jumped off the Delaware Memorial Bridge and lived.
Oh, fuck.
It's crazy. Yeah. Yep. And
Shit.
fucking lived.
Damn. It sucks to be him. He fucked up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shit. Look at Sarah. Please delete this.
Well, you should have heard on Laura's stream earlier. Donald was talking about the best way how to hide a body.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, with pigs and
Yeah.
talking about acid.
Oh, we'll have to shop more in the future. It's like you got more of just as much of a sick sense of humor as I do.
Yeah, it really is the only way you can do the job, because you learn right away, what they teach you in college about, being a EMT, paramedic, whatever. It has nothing to compare. They don't clue you in as to what you're going to run into in real life.
When they get into the ethics and caring, I'm like, yeah, okay. I'll get right on that.
Yeah, well, we could tell from Paul's story there.
But honestly, guys, I will be serious with you on this one. There has been some cases, I had a guy, one of my last 2-3 months of flying, super, super nice guy, just a nice dude. He was having a major, major heart attack. And he said to me, I said, hey, buddy, I did everything I could for him, relieved his pain. But he asked me, he said, Ron, tell me what you're doing, why, what's going on with me. And I did. I told him every step of the way what I was doing and why. And at the very end, he, before we were ready to land, he said, like, we're scared. He said, please make us go away. And I'll tell you what, Paul, it freaking bothered me.
Yeah.
I said, this guy was super freaking nice. he was having a major scary heart. He was having his LED was totally occluded, and that's what they call the widowmaker.
Were you wearing your other name tag when you were with him?
Pardon me?
Were you wearing the other name tag, Ron Kevorkian?
Yeah. No, but he had the LED blockage, which is what they call the widowmaker,
Yeah.
and I didn't tell him that.
He didn't make it though, right?
No, he did. He did.
Oh, he did make it.
Yeah. But just him saying to me, I said his mannerism, his polite, just a super nice dude, complimented us one side and down the other. But when he told me he was scared, he's like, Ron, please make us go away. And I'm like, buddy, I wish I could, and I did. I
Hold on a
sympathized,
second.
felt bad for him, but just
Yeah.
a super good dude. But it's like those patients, Paul, and I'm sure you probably had them. You wish you could. You wish you could do more for them.
Yeah.
But the fuckheads that they're on crack and want to threaten and sue, like, fuck you. I don't have time for you. I don't need this shit. They don't pay me enough for this stuff. Yeah, that part of my warm and fuzzy it's burned out. I don't have it anymore.
Yeah.
So, but no, the people that treat you nice and are respectful and appreciate what you do. Yeah, dude, I give them 110%, but I try to give 100% to everybody. But when you have those fucktards that are going to sue you or hate you or mad because of what you're doing for them, screw them. Yeah, I don't have time for it anymore. I am not a drug addict. I don't do drugs. I haven't in my life. Don't have time for it. Have no sympathy for it.
Well, it's a matter of choices. You make your choices,
Yep. Yeah. So,
Perfect. Okay.
well, anyhow, I'll let you guys go. I'm
Okay, Ron.
call it a night, and
Yeah, I think we hashed it over pretty good.
yeah. Thanks for the good stories, Paul. some goodies. I'll have to talk to you more.
Gitchy says in the chat, she says she married a cop. She's heard
Oh yeah,
all kinds of crap.
I'm sure she has, and then some.
Well, I got called in to work early, so.
Thank you, mate.
I'll talk to
Okay,
you
Tim.
later.
Well, we're going to close it down.
Thanks, Larry.
Justin wants to go in and calm down Sarah.
Something.
All right, see you all later. Take care.
Okay. Everybody in the chat, thanks for being here. We'll see all of you again next time. Right, Justin, or are we staying?
Yeah, I'll see y'all later.
I was just
Okay.
looking at JD's last comment, but that was pretty good.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody. We'll see you again tomorrow.
All right, see you guys.